I'm Terry White, and I'm the Commissioner for the Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, and I'm really excited to be here to talk about the naloxone program that we've piloted in Tulsa County. We know that prescription drug overdose death has the highest rates in Tulsa County. In fact, Tulsa County is the 18th highest rate in the United States of all counties in the United States. We know that we lost more Oklahomans, unfortunately, last year to prescription drug overdose death than we lost in car crashes. But an amazing pilot is taking place in Tulsa County where our first responders, our law enforcement, our police, and our sheriffs are carrying naloxone with them on their person and in their cars. So if they happen upon the scene, and they're often the first there, if they happen upon a scene where someone has stopped breathing due to prescription drug overdose death, simply administering naloxone, which is a simple nasal spray, can force people to breathe until they can get to the emergency room. It is a medicine that is truly saving lives. We received a small amount of funding from the legislature last year to really start combating prescription drug overdose and death in Oklahoma. We started a program in April in Tulsa County where all law enforcement officers were carrying it in their car or on their person, and since April already 15 lives have been saved in Tulsa County. 15 lives. And when you think about that, for example, a lot of times when we think about prescription drug overdose death or overdose death in general, we may have a stereotype of who that is. But when we're talking about prescription drugs, it affects everyone, every socioeconomic status, everyone. One of the saves includes the leader of a church, a community of faith, who had simply confused his medications and taken too many. Certainly naloxone is available and most often will be used for people who are struggling with addiction. People who may have started their prescription appropriately, thinking about the Austin Box 12 Foundation. Austin Box, the famous OU football player, who because of his back injuries became addicted to prescription medication. But it affects people who we don't normally think about, but it also affects people who might be taking a prescription pain medication legitimately and simply become confused and taken too many. So naloxone is there to save the lives of anyone who stops breathing because they've taken too many prescription drugs. So one of the things that has made the program so successful in Tulsa is we have a Tulsa police officer, Anthony First, who's been an amazing trainer, who's really taken on this program and trained all of Tulsa police force in how to utilize the medication, what symptoms to look for, because when you happen on a scene when someone's not breathing, how to know whether to administer naloxone or not. The great news about naloxone is if it's administered and someone isn't dying of an opioid overdose, it doesn't have any side effects, but knowing when and how to administer, it's pretty simple with a nasal spray, or it can be an injection. But having our Officer Anthony First, who has trained all of Tulsa Police Academy as well as the current police officers in this, has made it something that's easily accessible for them and something they're very proud of doing on the Tulsa Police Force. When we started our pilot with Tulsa County, and specifically the police department and the sheriff's office, we chose Tulsa County because it had the highest overdose death rate in Oklahoma. But unfortunately, all of Oklahoma is high, and so there are lots of other opportunities. Oklahoma City Police, which is a county not far behind Tulsa, have already indicated an interest in participating in our next naloxone pilot. We've trained Bixby, Broken Arrow, and several others because we know that this is an issue that affects all Oklahomans, not just those living in the Tulsa metro area. What we know is that addiction is a disease like any other disease. That means that this disease can be prevented and this disease can be treated, but we have to get the word out there. This pilot is allowing us to save lives and giving them the opportunity to enter recovery. This is a great thing for Oklahoma. This is a cutting-edge program that other cities and other states in the nation will be able to emulate.